Special thanks to the K Family Foundation, lead underwriters for MOSAIC. Hello, my name is Barbara Kay, and on behalf of the Jewish Federation of Palm Beach County, I'd like to welcome you to our program, MOSAIC. Our special focus on MOSAIC today are the young ambassadors. We'll be back with our guests and our program right after this brief message.
Thanks to your support, Federation maintains the fabric of the Jewish community. By enabling our community to remain vital and vibrant today and for future generations.
Mentoring more than 400 at-risk children through the Youth Futures program in Federation's partnered communities of Israel's Tzachar region.
Providing a wealth of social, welfare, spiritual and educational services available to the 110,000 members of the Jewish community in St. Petersburg, Russia.
We touch so many and do so much. Your dollars fund the work of our Federation. Thank you for your generous support.
Welcome back to MOSAIC, and welcome back to MOSAIC to you, Jeffrey Klein. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Hi, Barbara.
Chief Executive Officer of the Federation, you've had a big job and done a lot of good things.
Thank you very much.
I opened the program by talking about the fact that the focus today are the young ambassadors. Now, there's a whole history behind that. So before we meet the young ambassadors, I'd like to discuss the fact that the Federation is involved with the young ambassadors and an overseas program as well as local programs. Would you share that with our viewers?
Well, 16 years ago we entered into Partnership 2000, which is now Partnership Together. Mm-hmm. And an emphasis from the beginning was the living bridge, creating a sense of connection, but particularly with young people, the next generation. And teenagers are a big priority here, and they're a big priority everywhere. But we want them to feel connected to each other, that they're part of something bigger than just the local community. They're part of a worldwide Jewish people with Israel at its heart and center. So we created a program called Young Ambassadors. And what it is we train a group of very outstanding young people here and in Israel, teenagers, and they come together in an encounter here where they explore their Jewish identity, their differences, their similarities, and they create a vision for themselves of the Jewish future and Jewish peoplehood.
Mm-hmm. And they develop long-term friendships and everything. I mean, they understand that, as you say, Jewish peoplehood, the fact that they're connected very heavily with their partners in Israel, in the Tzachar region, isn't that true?
Yes, it's a program of the Jewish Agency for Israel, who is the enabler for us to do all of our programs in our partnership region. And the young people from Israel are hosted by local families. It creates connections between the families. And when young people from here go to Israel, they have a home away from home. They feel a great and deep connection with their Israeli brethren.
Yeah, that's amazing. You know, I don't know if everybody realizes that, but when we have the Federation annual campaign, a portion of the campaign dollars supports our overseas needs, and we have partners overseas.
Yes, we act through the American Jewish Joint Distribution Committee, the Joint, and the Jewish Agency for Israel. And we do things collectively with other federations, such as meeting the needs of hunger in the former Soviet Union, such as taking care of the disadvantaged, such as creating Jewish identity where there is none. And then we do our own interesting projects, our Partnership Together project, our work with Ethiopian Israelis, our work in the former Soviet Union in St. Petersburg, Russia. And this is money very well invested and very well spent, and it's part of what Federation represents, is a concept of the Jewish people, of the Jewish nation, of Jews' mutual responsibility one for the other.
Yeah. You know, one of the big concerns, of course, is always the continuity of Jewish life. And it's been difficult to turn young people in that direction or create the awareness How effective do you think that this program has been?
I think this particular program, Young Ambassadors, and you'll find out from them directly,
Yes.
has been very effective because it's an encounter not just of the mind but of the heart. And I think that creating a sense that you are in this together, you're part of something bigger than yourself, and that you have a shared destiny and a shared future, and you want to be part of that future is very important. And I think it's been quite effective.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. You also have 2 shlichim. Now, shlichim, the literal translation is messenger, am I correct?
Right.
And they're 2 shlichim from Israel that come and work directly in this community with the young people. How effective has that been?
This is a program that we do at the Jewish Agency for Israel, and what we're trying to do is to bring the living presence of Israel here. We can't necessarily transport 135,000 people there, but what we can have is emissaries from Israel, young, motivated Israelis who love their country. And we're not relating to Israel in a political dimension, which we hear about so much.
Oh, it's
but
apolitical.
It's apolitical. We're talking about Israel, the country, our connection to Israel, the importance of Israel, the culture of Israel, the music of Israel, the literature of Israel. And we're bringing Israel into the programs of this community, but particularly those geared towards young people.
Yeah. You have give me the plural
Shlicha.
of shlicha, thank you.
The female?
Female, a chen, we're going to meet both of them actually, but she's been here for a while. And she's the one that actually handles the experience that's taking place, these young ambassadors, the connection, developing the programs that they involved themselves in this whole week that they're here visiting in Palm Beach, Palm Beach County. Tell me about how effective that's been, literally.
Well, Hannah's really gotten to know this community. She doesn't just know Israeli culture, she now understands American culture. And she's been working with these young people before they arrive here, the young people here. So I think she's going to be able to create a unique bridge and bond, and she's doing a great job.
Yeah, we're going to meet both of them. Jeffrey, it's such a pleasure to speak with you. I wish you good fortune and thanks.
Thank you, Barbara.
What a chief executive officer you've been.
Thank you, Barbara.
Welcome, Chen, my shlicha.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
You know, first of all, what do you see as the role of a shlicha in a community?
I think that a role of a shaliach or a shlicha is to bring Israel and be the living bridge, be the face of Israel here in the community, whether it's in Palm Beach or anywhere else in the country. We have so many shlichim all over the United States and the world. And I think that the main role is really to connect, to create personal connections, get to know the community, and bring Israel as much as we can.
Yeah, because you become, in a sense, we were talking about the young ambassadors, but you really literally become Israel's ambassador to the United States and to the Jewish community.
Yeah.
Yeah. How effective do you think you've been?
Wow, that's a tough question. I hope I've been effective.
From what I've heard, you've done a great job.
Thank you. I do my best, and I think that just by seeing people in the community, even when I meet them at Publix and have them ask me something about Israel, or when I go to the synagogues on Friday night for Shabbat services, Shabbat morning, it's great to know that you're known in the community, that people come to you to learn more, and they advise you, they ask you questions, and I think that this is the most important part because it makes them think, it makes them want to be involved, it makes them want to know, and this is what we're here for.
Yeah, but you're right. But if you touch and feel something that is culturally you think is so distant from you, and you touch and feel a lovely young woman who is really very much like themselves, they say, my goodness, we really are connected, and there really is no difference.
Yeah, I think that there's a real sense of community. Wherever I go, I feel a real sense of community, and to me, it's so special because being away from home,
Home is
Israel, and being so far away from home, and we come here by ourselves. We give 2 years of our lives, and this is really I think that the personal connections are the best part about it.
Yeah.
To be able to sit in front of someone and feel him, and and really feel the sense of belonging
Partnership,
and
belonging. Yeah, well, listen, it's very important for you as well. You are very involved with the Gesher High program. First of all, explain what Gesher High is, and then what it means to the young people here.
Okay. Gesher Chai means in Hebrew living bridge, and the big concept is to really create connections and to connect between Palm Beach and Israel and our Tzachar region, Tzfat, Chatzor, and Rosh Pina.
Which is in the northern part of Israel.
Beautiful area. I recommend everybody to go. And the idea of the program, first of all, it's a trip. It's a 4-week trip to Israel, where teens from 10th to 12th grade can go on.
So during the summer.
During the summer. So if you're in 9th grade and you're going into 10th grade, you can still go. And during the summer, you go to Israel, you travel for 3 weeks across the country, experience everything that you can even imagine, rappelling and scuba diving and everything from Masada to Jerusalem to the Western Wall. Beautiful, beautiful things. And then for the last week, you go up north to our partnership region, to Tzfat, Chatzor, and Rosh Pina, and you meet teens from the community in Israel.
And that's where they develop the relationships.
Exactly.
I
And not
see.
only that you meet the teens, but you get to experience a real Israeli family feeling because you are hosted with those teens' families. So the connections are beyond just between the teens, because you spend a full week with the entire family. During the day, you do activities with everybody. And at night and on the weekend, you're with the families.
You know, something like that can be completely transformative. It can really change the young people's lives, you know?
And I really do think that people's lives have changed from this program. I can tell you that our young ambassadors that we have this year, and we'll talk about that in a second.
Your young ambassadors, the ones from here or the ones from the Sahara region?
They're all mine.
Oh, they're all you. So which ones are you referring to?
I'm referring to the Americans. When they came back from Gesher Chai, they had to go through a process to go into the program, and there wasn't one teen that didn't want to be a part of this.
The young ambassadors?
Yes, we had 31 teens on the trip, and everyone wanted to be a part of it. So it is transforming, and they all keep in touch. That group of kids not only created amazing relationship with the Israelis, but they created amazing relationship among their own community, because these are kids from all over the county. We have kids from Boynton Beach who didn't know one single person on the trip. We have kids from Gardens, Jupiter, Wellington, Royal Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, everywhere in the county, and they all went together on a wonderful trip to Israel, and they created a community.
Yeah, that was last summer. You're running another Gesher High this summer.
Yes, and we're in the process of recruiting. So if anyone wants to go on the trip, everyone are invited from the summer between 9th and 10th grade until 12th grade. It's highly subsidized. Everyone are welcomed.
Now, the young ambassadors, the prerequisite is to go to on a Gesher High trip. Is that true? And then they go to another level and become young ambassadors.
Correct.
Okay. So what is the responsibility of a young ambassador? Just literally what it means to be an ambassador of Israel?
So since we recognize the fact that there's so much education needs to be done, in order for you to be an ambassador of Israel, we work with these ambassadors about leadership skills. We work with them about Israel advocacy. We work with them about getting to know who they are, learning about themselves and their Jewish identity, what makes them a part of a people.
This is all year long until okay.
Correct.
And they have courses, and they take courses. Explain some of the courses they take. I was reading.
So first I want to go back a little bit and backtrack to the point that they have to apply to this program. So it's not automatically everybody gets in.
Okay.
We have an application process. And the idea is to really select the ones that can commit to all our demands. We had wonderful kids that can make it this year because they had other obligations with school, with after school curriculums, and they couldn't be here as much as they needed. every young ambassador comes to a meeting every Monday for 2 hours.
Comes to the Federation?
At the Federation, the central location, because we have, like I said, teens from all over the county. They come every Monday. They go through, like I said, courses of Jewish identity and Jews in Israel and Jews in America, and differences and culture differences and stereotypes, all kinds of subjects that are, you know, eye-opening and educating. Peoplehood. We try to define what peoplehood is. I think that many people still try to define it, but there's a sense of something that connects all of us, and we're trying to do our best for them to feel it and think about it. And then we give them leadership skills, and they participate in our Teen Leadership Council 4 times during that period of time until the Mifgash, until the Israelis come here. They have to run 2 programs in the community, whether it's with the Shlichim helping us do Israel programs in the synagogues, whether it's at their JSU clubs, which is the Jewish Student Union in the public high school, whether it's doing, you know, opening your house for just telling people about Gesher Chai, about the trip.
So in other words, they have obligations.
They have obligations, and the idea is to really turn them into ambassadors in our community, not only ambassadors of Israel, but also ambassadors of the community, to show the programs that we run, to show other teens that are not involved, that are not engaged, what a wonderful division we have here for youth, how much it's important to us, and what beautiful programs we have to offer here and bring them into the Jewish community.
Yeah, but all that time, don't they connect in some way with the...
Of course.
Share that.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. So we all know about Facebook.
Facebook, right.
Emails is not in anymore, but they have a group of all the teens on Facebook, and they connect all the time. And it's not only teens, but it's also parents. So since the connection is really with a family, it's broader than just between the teens. They work on a memorial service for the Holocaust together. We spend yesterday morning at the Holocaust Memorial in Miami. So they work on joint programs that they're going to do together when they get here. They work on joint projects that they do each and every, you know, every one of the communities, but they work together along the year and mainly, you know, keep the friendship going. And I can tell you that they're all very sad and upset that they need to say goodbye today.
Say goodbye today, yeah. You know, one of the things I just want to make clear to our viewers is that the young ambassadors from Israel are here.
Correct.
But they have been connecting with the ambassadors, young ambassadors from Palm Beach County all year long, as you said. So, and they come here for this entire week's program.
8 days of Hanukkah.
The 8 days of Hanukkah. How do you actually prepare programs here? I mean, what do you have in mind? I read the itinerary, and it's quite comprehensive.
It is.
I mean, you cover everything.
We do our best.
Yeah, from the Holocaust Museum in Miami to the Joseph L. Morse Geriatric Center here. Explain some of that.
It was really important for us to show the Israelis our community, and not just through pictures or a PowerPoint presentation, but really take them throughout the communities to all kinds of places that we think it's important to know about and feel a sense of belonging. We took them to Morse Life. They had a wonderful Hanukkah activity with the seniors. We had a wonderful 2 great piano players that played for them through the entire program. It was just wonderful.
One of the
ambassadors.
Ambassadors.
Yeah, one of our teams.
Okay.
And you know, they got out of that program with a sense of we've done something for someone else, but also for ourselves, and we gave back, and it felt amazing. And the connections that were made there were unbelievable. Hugs and kisses, and it was so hard to say goodbye after an hour-and-a-half program. We took them to the Boynton Beach JCC. We wanted to show them what it means, a Jewish community center, and we have them work with the winter camp during winter break. There's Camp Shalom.
Camp Shalom. Mhm.
So we have them run an Israel program for the winter camp kids. So we really brought them into the community and made an effort to make them feel involved, both Israelis and Americans together. And you know, like I said, we really tried to cover everything. We gave them a camp, an overnight camp experience. It's a whole.
It sounds like
I started to forget what we, you know.
You know something? On that note, I'm just going to take a break. We'll be back with the remainder of our program right after this brief message. Welcome back to Mosaic, and welcome back, Ken. Prior to the break, we were talking about the remarkable programming that the young people are experiencing in the community, and how the greater attachment and understanding that they have based on this Young Ambassadors program. You're doing a remarkable job.
Thank you.
It sounds like you work 24/7.
I have a very great partner, Jamie Sestino, who's been working on this program along with me. She works for the Jewish Teen Initiative, and we've done this together along with the Israeli staff, Osnat Gal and Ayelet Kaufman, with a lot of support from our offices here, from our Israel and Overseas and JTI departments, and from the partnership region. So it's been, yes, it's a huge project, but it's amazing.
But it's a successful project,
Very
which is
successful,
wonderful. We're going to speak to the other shlichah, Ofer.
Shaliach.
Shaliach,
Yeah.
who is brand new here.
Yes.
And so we'll see we'll get his take on the whole thing.
Excellent.
You're a pleasure. Keep it up.
Thank you.
You have a tremendous amount of intelligence and energy. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And you look so good.
Thank you.
You're looking having a great time.
I am, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Good. My pleasure. Opa, pronounce your beautiful last name.
Ofer Avigdori.
Avigdori, I love that. You're the new shlichah.
Shaliach, emissary.
What is the difference between shliach?
Shlicha, it's in Hebrew for female. Shaliach, it's for male.
Okay, got it
Shaliach,
straight.
the emissary, right.
Okay. Well, tell me, it's your new experience here. What do you hope to do?
It's a wonderful experience. It's the first time I really work over the USA. I really hope to bring as much possible Israel into the community, to engage, to empower the community, and to connect as much as possible, to bring Israel to the kids, to the adults, into programs, into everything, just to make the community feel proud of Israel as much as possible.
You can hear the young ambassadors in the background here. They're obviously connecting very closely with one another. Tell me, I understand you work with synagogues too here.
Yeah, I work with all the synagogues, with all the Jewish institutes all over Palm Beach County. I try to bring a various of programs, like exploring Israel through the maps, through the culture, through the Israeli TV, through the Israeli innovation. All the beautiful things in Israel I try to bring into the community and to empower and to inspire them how beautiful Israel is.
Yeah. Well, I heard you're doing a wonderful job, and I wish you luck. And now we're going to talk to some of the students, some of the ambassadors, and find out what their feelings are and if they're having a wonderful time. Thank you, Ofer.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Okay, young ambassadors, welcome. What is your name?
Daniel.
Daniel?
Rebecca.
Rebecca?
Yuval.
Yuval. Oh, Yuval, you're from Israel.
Right, I'm from Israel.
Okay. Is this your first experience in the United States?
Yeah, this is my first time in America.
And?
And it's amazing. Really amazing.
Did you come away with anything that different than what you thought? Your perceptions changed or anything?
Actually, it's almost the same that I thought. America is a really amazing place. It's so different from Israel, but it's similar too, because the people here in Israel.
And how about your experience? You were in Gesher High.
Correct.
Okay, so you've had a large experience with this gentleman over here. What has it been like for you, this trip and this experience?
It's been amazing. When I was younger, I never really wanted to go to Israel that much, and my brother went on Gesher High several years ago, so he kind of pushed me to go when I went, and it was totally worth it. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, it's an experience to touch and feel and be part of a country and its people and make friends like that.
Yeah, I've become so close to everybody on this trip, and honestly, being so close to the people on this trip from the Israel side and America side has made me like closer to Israel in that way.
Yeah, I would imagine. And now, as young ambassadors, you have a responsibility to the community. Are you willing to accept it fully?
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you plan to do?
Volunteer, help out and promote Israel advocacy.
We have a very large group of kids behind us. I'm sure somebody would like to say something, but we don't have that much time, so I'll just wave to everybody. Seriously, what was the highlight of your trip or highlight of the experience?
I can't really name one specific moment, but probably just seeing everyone was just amazing, and showing them like my house, like my Israeli that stayed in my house, when I showed her everything. I mean, the look on her face was like this awestruck look, and I just like seeing that. It was amazing.
And the highlight for you, huh?
I think the highlight is for me is like that all of us have the same, that we all Jews, and the American made us feel like it's our home. It's like we can come to live here, and we'll become really friends forever. It's not like for here, and we're going to keep connection, and it's really amazing.
I tell you, when are you going back to Israel?
I'd like to go the summer before I go off to college.
Same as her.
Same
Maybe
thing?
together.
Maybe
We'll
together? Together? Did you? Are you planning to come back?
For sure.
Welcome
maybe
anytime.
now the male version of shlicha is shliach or shlicha?
Shaliach.
Shaliach. Maybe you'll
shaliach.
come back as a shliach.
Probably.
Anyway, I tell you something. It's really an experience and something I guess you'll never forget.
No.
You
There's
treasure
no way I
something
can
like
forget
that.
this.
Yeah. You know, the idea of Jewish peoplehood is really something that I think was part and parcel of the raison d'etre for this kind of trip. Do you feel the connection constantly? I mean, do you feel that we're all connected all over the world?
Being Jewish helps, and feel
should think
immediate
so.
bond with everyone.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure, and I really enjoyed speaking with you. And thank you so much, and have a wonderful remainder of the trip. And I wanted to keep you here, and thank you for being with us as well. Be with us again next week when we have another look into the Jewish world. Goodbye from Mosaic.